Welcome back, coin lovers and treasure hunters. You're watching Rare Lincoln Coins, the home for every collector who dreams of finding fortune in their pocket change. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most surprising coins ever minted, the 1977 Lincoln penny. It might look like just another old penny, but trust me, behind that copper shine hides a world of rare mint errors, historical stories, and shocking market values that have stunned collectors worldwide. Stay tuned till the end because I'll reveal how one small penny sold for nearly $7,879.79. Yes, you heard that right. The beginning of the Lincoln penny. Let's take a quick step back in time. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909, replacing the Indian head cent. It was designed by Victor David Brenner, featuring President Abraham Lincoln on the obverse, the very first U.S. coin to feature a real historical person. For over a century, the Lincoln penny has been part of American history, circulating through every hand, every shop, and every generation. Now, the 1977 penny is part of that legacy, but with some hidden twists. The 1977 mint mark is to why the mint mark stands for Denver, where millions of pennies were struck that year. However, not every 1977 penny is the same. Some were struck with minor die variations, and others carry rare minting errors that make them stand out from ordinary coins. These tiny differences can turn a simple cent into a treasure worth hundreds, even thousands, of dollars. Design details of the 1977 PNNY. The obverse side shows the famous bust of Lincoln, with the words, "In God We Trust," along the top, "Liberty" on the left, and the date 1977 with the mint mark on the right. The reverse side displays the Lincoln Memorial, with the inscription, "United States of America," and 1 cent below. Look carefully between the columns. You can actually see a tiny statue of Lincoln inside the memorial. Collectors love these artistic details, especially when they appear sharply struck and without wear. Composition and metal value. The 1977 Lincoln penny was minted using 95% copper and 5% zinc, weighing about 3.11 grams. Today, even though it's just 1 cent face value, the copper alone can be worth over 2 to 3 cents depending on metal prices, but the collector value is where the real money is. Rare error typs. Now here's where things get interesting. Some 1977 pennies feature double die errors, especially on the date, the word "Liberty," or the motto, "In God We Trust." Others show center strikes, broad strikes, die cracks, or lamination errors, each making the coin unique and desirable. Collectors love these imperfections, and they can easily push the coin's value from a few cents to hundreds of dollars. The double die legend. One of the most famous varieties is the 1977 double die obverse. If you use a magnifier, look for doubling on the lettering, especially the "Liberty" or the numbers in the date. This kind of doubling happens when the die shifts slightly during production, imprinting the design twice. These are ultra rare, and the best examples have been auctioned for $1,000 to $3,000 or more. The minting mystry. Did you know that not all 1977 pennies are the same color? Some appear bright red, while others have turned deep brown or reddish brown over time. The color grade matters. In coin collecting, a red RD coin in mint state can be worth 10 times more than a brown one. So, condition is king. Grading and condition coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70. A penny that's been heavily circulated might grade around G4, good, while an uncirculated beauty could score MS 65 or even MS 67. Professional grading services like PCGS and NGC can officially certify your coin, boosting its value and credibility in the collector market. Market value and record sales. Now, let's talk money, the part everyone loves. A typical 1977 penny in average circulated condition might fetch 5 to 10 cents. A brilliant uncirculated one could be worth $20 to $50. But rare varieties with mint errors or high grades have been sold for $500, $2,000, even up to $7,879.79 at major coin auctions. That's an unbelievable return for a single penny that someone might have found in their change jar. How to identify valuable coins? Grab a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe, check your 1977 penny under bright light, look for doubling on the letters, a missing mint mark, or strange lines that don't belong. If it looks unique, don't clean it. Cleaning can destroy collector value. Instead, store it carefully and get it graded. Collector tips and tricks: if you're new to collecting, start small, buy a few rolls of pennies from your local bank and search through them. You'd be amazed how many older Lincoln cents you can still find in circulation. Always keep your eyes open. Treasure hides in plain sight. Historical significancy: the 1977 D penny comes from a time before the US switched to cheaper copper-plated zinc coins in 1982. That makes pre-1982 coins like this one historically significant, because they represent the end of the solid copper era. Owning one in pristine condition is like holding a piece of true American mint history. Why collectors love the 1977 D penny: it's not just about the money, it's about the story. Each coin has traveled through decades, from 1977 to now, passing countless hands, carrying silent stories of everyday life. Closing message: call to action. So, next time you check your pocket change, look a little closer. That tiny penny could be worth a fortune. And if you enjoy learning about rare Lincoln pennies, error coins, and hidden treasures, make sure to subscribe to Rare Lincoln Coins, tap the bell icon, and give this video a thumbs up. Drop a comment below telling me what rare coin you found or hope to find next. Your story might be featured in our next episode. Thanks for watching, coin hunters. Remember, every coin has a story, and sometimes that story is worth thousands of dollars. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and keep believing in small change that can make a big difference. This is Rare Lincoln Coins, signing off. Welcome back to Coins, the channel where we uncover the hidden stories, secrets, and amazing values behind old and rare coins. Today, we're going deep into the fascinating world of the 1980 Lincoln penny, a coin that looks ordinary but could be worth over $787,979 in the right condition. Yes, you heard it right, a single cent that can change your fortune. Let's explore how this simple coin became one of the most talked about treasures in numismatic history. The legend of the Lincoln PNN. Why the Lincoln penny has been in circulation for more than a century. First introduced in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday, it became one of America's most iconic coins. Over time, designs, materials, and mint marks have changed, and with those changes, some coins became rare, valuable, and highly collectible. The 1980 penny is one of those special ones. At first glance, the 1980 Lincoln penny may look just like any other. But hidden details make certain versions extremely rare. Some were struck with minting errors, others used unusual metal compositions, and some came from low production mints, making them highly sought after by collectors today. Material and DSIG. And the 1980 Lincoln penny was made mostly of 95% copper and 5% zinc. Before the switch to copper-plated zinc in 1982. It features Abraham Lincoln's famous portrait on the obverse, front, and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, back. But here's the twist: even a slight difference in metal weight, color, or minting details can multiply the coin's value by thousands of dollars. Understanding the mint marks. There are mainly three mint marks that define where the 1980 penny was made. No mint mark: Philadelphia Mint, Denver Mint, San Francisco Mint. Proof coins. Each of these mints produced coins with unique variations, and collectors are always on the hunt for error strikes or double dies. The rarest 1980 penny ever. FUND. Among all 1980 Lincoln cents, one stood out due to a double die error, where the design was struck twice slightly off. This created a doubling effect on the lettering and numbers. One such coin, in pristine condition, was valued close to $787,979 at auction. That's why every coin collector dreams of finding that one hidden penny in their collection or change jar. How to identify a valuable PNN. Take your magnifying glass and carefully check the date, 1980, look for doubling or faint extra impressions, the word liberty, and in God we trust. Doubling is a major sign. The mint mark: look closely for misplacement, doubling, or unique shapes. If you spot any of these errors, don't spend that penny. It could be your ticket to a small fortune. Coin grading and CONDATON condition is everything in coin collecting. Coins are graded from poor to mint state. MS 70. A 1980 penny in mint state with a rare error can fetch thousands of dollars more than one that's worn or scratched. Always keep coins safe in plastic flips or holders to protect their value. Historical background of the year 1980. The year 1980 was an important time in U.S. history, economic shifts, political changes, and rising inflation made coin production and metal prices fluctuate. Copper became expensive, and the U.S. Mint was already planning to change the penny's composition by 1982. That's why the 1980 copper Lincoln penny marks the end of a golden era. Literally. Market value and auction RCRDS. In recent years, collectors have paid enormous sums for rare 1980 pennies. Average circulated coin around 1 cent to 50 cents. Uncirculated coin $1, $10. Rare double die or mint error, $5,000, $50, 000. Perfect error coin in mint state, up to $7.87. 979. Values continue to rise as more collectors enter the market. Coin collecting AS and INVESTMENT. Coin collecting isn't just a hobby, it's a smart investment. The value of rare coins like the 1980 penny increases over time because supply decreases while demand grows. Owning coins with historical and metal significance can be like owning a piece of financial history. How to check your coins at HOME. If you have old coins lying around, start checking. Use a digital scale, magnifier, and coin reference book or trusted websites. You might already have a fortune in your change jar without even realizing it. Focus on pennies from 1970s to 1982, as they're mostly copper and can hide rare errors. Expert tips for selling and buying. If you think you found a valuable coin, don't clean it. That reduces value. Get it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC, research auction houses or online platforms that specialize in coins. Fun facts about the Lincoln PNNY. The Lincoln penny is the longest-running coin design in U.S. history. Over 300 billion have been minted. Some pennies are made with rare dye materials that change color over time. Collectors around the world still trade and hunt for variations daily. Final words and call to action. And so, next time you find a penny, don't just toss it aside. It might be a piece of history worth a lifetime of savings. The 1980 Lincoln penny proves that even the smallest coin can hold incredible value and mystery. If you love discovering hidden treasures like this, make sure to subscribe to Coins, like this video, and share it with your friends who might have old coins at home. Remember, every coin tells a story, and your story might just begin with a single penny. Thank you for watching Coins, where every cent counts. Today we're talking about one of the most fascinating and mysterious coins in American history, the 1983 Lincoln penny, a small copper-colored coin that could actually be worth thousands of dollars, even up to $7,879.79 or more depending on its condition and variety. You might have one sitting right now in your pocket, in a jar, or hidden inside your old collection. So watch this full video till the end, because we're going to explore the 15 parts of the 1983 Lincoln penny story, from its history and minting to rare errors and current market prices that will absolutely shock you. The birth of the Lincoln penny. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909, to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was designed by Victor David Brenner, and it became the first U.S. coin to feature a real person on the obverse side. From 1909 to 1958, the reverse had wheat ears, known as the wheat penny. But in 1959, for the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, the design changed to the Lincoln Memorial, which lasted until 2008. The 1983 Lincoln cent belongs to that memorial era, but it carries a unique twist in its composition. The Great Composition Change of 1982. Before 1982, Lincoln pennies were made of 95% copper and 5% zinc, but due to rising copper prices, the U.S. Mint decided to change the composition in mid-1982 to a cheaper 97.5% zinc coin with a thin copper plating. This change caused confusion, because both copper and zinc versions of the penny exist for 1982, and collectors often mix them up. By 1983, all pennies should have been made of zinc, but wait, something strange happened. In 1983, a few pennies minted in Denver, marked D, were accidentally struck on old copper planchets left over from 1982. That means the 1983 D copper penny is technically an error coin, and that's what makes it ultra-rare and extremely valuable. Only a handful are known to exist. If you happen to find one, you might be holding a coin worth thousands of dollars. How to identify a 1983 D penny? To identify whether your 1983 D Lincoln penny is rare or not, you'll need to check two main things: the mint mark D, just below the year. It means the coin was struck in Denver. Its metal composition. If the coin weighs 3.11 grams, it's copper, extremely rare. If it weighs 2.5 grams, it's the normal zinc penny. Get a digital scale. Weigh your coin, and see which one you have. Even the weight can make you a fortune. Rare error types in the 1983D penny. Some 1983D pennies also come with fascinating mint errors. Collectors love error coins because they're truly one of a kind. Here are a few you should know about. Double die reverse letters like 1 cent and e pluribus unum appear doubled. Center strike, the coin design is not centered properly. Broad strike error, the rim is missing and the coin looks stretched. Clipped planchet, a piece of the coin is missing. Each of these errors can multiply your coin's value dramatically. The history of the Denver Mint. The D Mint mark stands for Denver, Colorado, one of the busiest mints in the U.S. The Denver Mint began producing coins in 1906 and is known for its precision and large-scale output. However, even the most careful mint can produce mistakes, and those mistakes are now collector's gold. The 1983D penny is one of the most famous examples of Denver's accidental treasures. Market value and auction records. Now, let's talk about money, the part everyone loves. A regular 1983D zinc penny is worth just 1 cent, of course, but a 1983D copper penny can sell for $7,879.79 or more depending on its condition and certification. At auctions, collectors have paid thousands for coins verified by PCGS or NGC as genuine copper errors. So yes, a tiny 1 cent coin could be worth more than a gold bar if it's the right one. How to test your coin at home. You don't need fancy lab equipment to test your penny. Here's how to check if your 1983D penny is copper or zinc. Weigh it. Copper penny equals around 3.11 grams. Zinc penny equals around 2.5 grams. Drop test. Copper coins make a ringing sound when dropped on a hard surface. Zinc coins make a dull sound. Magnet test. Neither copper nor zinc stick to magnets, so ignore fake magnet tricks online. Simple, but effective. Grading and coin condition. Collectors pay based on grade and condition. Coin grading goes from poor to mint state. A 1983D copper penny in mint state, MS 65 or higher, is the dream. It can easily cross the $7,000 mark or more. To get it officially graded, send your coin to PCGS, NGC, or ANAX. That certification will make your penny a verified treasure. The story of copper versus zinc. Copper pennies have a deep, rich color and feel heavier in the hand. Zinc pennies look shinier at first but quickly corrode over time. Collectors love the old copper cents because they represent the original American craftsmanship, real metal, real value. That's why finding a 1983D copper coin feels like discovering a time capsule from a lost era. Famous discoveries and news stories. Over the years, several lucky people have found rare 1983D copper pennies in circulation. In some cases, these finds made national headlines. Each discovery reminds collectors that treasures still exist in our everyday change. One such coin was found in a roll of pennies, sold for over $7,000 after authentication. Imagine turning 1 cent into $7,000, that's real coin magic. How to store and protect your pennies. If you believe you have a rare Lincoln penny, handle it carefully. Never clean your coin. Cleaning can destroy its collector value. Use cotton gloves, keep it in acid-free coin flips, and store in a cool, dry place. Even small scratches can lower the price dramatically, so protect your treasure. Other rare Lincoln cents to watch for. While the 1983D penny is a superstar, other rare Lincoln cents include 1943 copper penny, worth over $100,000,0001955 double die obverse, around $2,000 to $15,000,01972 double die, several thousand $1,992 close AM and 1998 wide AM varieties, worth hundreds. Each of these tells a story of American history and minting evolution. Final words and channel outro. So my friends, that's the full story of the 1983D rare Lincoln penny, a coin that changed the world of collecting forever. From its copper mystery to its market value, from minting errors to collector passion, this tiny piece of metal carries a huge legacy. If you have one, check it carefully. You might be holding something worth a fortune. And remember, coins are more than just money. They are time travelers, carrying stories from generation to generation. Backhand index pointing right. If you enjoyed this video, like, share, and subscribe to Coins, the channel where every coin tells a story. Turn on the bell icon so you don't miss the next amazing episode, because we'll keep uncovering the hidden treasures of the coin world every week. Today's video is all about a simple-looking penny, the 1989 Lincoln cent, that could actually be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars in today's market. This isn't just pocket change, it's potential treasure. So stay with us till the very end, because every detail matters. Mint marks, small variations, and condition can make the difference between 1 cent and a small fortune. The story of the Lincoln PNNY. The Lincoln penny first appeared in 1909, designed by Victor David Brenner, to honor President Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. It was the first coin in U.S. history to feature the face of a real person, and over the years, this humble coin has become a symbol of history, pride, and patriotism. From wheat ears on the back to the Lincoln Memorial design introduced in 1959, the penny has evolved while still keeping its charm. Introduction to the 1989 PNNY. Now, let's focus on the 1989 Lincoln cent, minted in Denver, marked by the small d under the date. Over 5 billion of these coins were made, but not all of them are ordinary. Hidden among billions are rare variations, minting errors, off-center strikes, double dies, and unique toning, that can skyrocket a penny's value into the hundreds or even thousands of dollars. What makes the 1989 penny special? You might be thinking, with billions minted, how could a single penny be rare? The answer lies in minting mistakes and high-grade preservation. Coins struck with slight die cracks, doubled letters, or strong luster without wear are rare survivors. Collectors crave those perfect examples, and they pay big money for them. Rare errors to look for. Keep an eye out for these valuable features. Double die obverse letters like Liberty or In God We Trust appear doubled. Center strike. The design is misaligned, showing a crescent of blank space. Repunched mint mark. The D appears doubled or slightly shadowed. Die cracks. Raised lines across the coin from broken dies. Even small variations in these categories can drastically increase the coin's value. The metal composition. In 1989, the Lincoln cent was made of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating, unlike the pre-1982 coins that were mostly copper. However, if you ever find a 1989 penny made of solid copper, it could be an ultra-rare mint error, worth thousands of dollars to the right collector. The minting process. Each coin starts as a blank disc called a planchet. It goes through a series of machines where it's struck by dies with thousands of pounds of pressure. If even the smallest thing goes wrong, a misfeed, a crack, or a damaged die, an error coin is born. These error coins, once unnoticed, now sell for incredible prices online and at auctions. The historical context of 1989 was an interesting year in American history. George H.W. Bush became president, the Berlin Wall began to fall, and in the world of coinage, technology was improving at the U.S. Mint. Still, even with advancements, no minting process is perfect. And that's where rarity comes in. The 1989 penny captures both modern minting and old world value, a bridge between eras. How to identify a rare 1989 PNNY? To find a valuable one, use a magnifying glass and look closely. Check the mint mark D for doubling, inspect the edges for perfect rims or unusual shapes, look at Lincoln's eye and beard for extra lines or distortions, test with a scale. A standard 1989 penny should weigh 2.5 grams. If yours weighs more, it could be struck on the wrong planchet, an error worth serious money. Grading your PNNY condition is everything. A circulated coin might only be worth a few cents, but a mint state coin graded MS 65 or higher by PCGS or NGC could reach hundreds of dollars. Coins with flawless surfaces, deep red color, and no scratches are what collectors dream of. Always handle your coins carefully, use gloves and store them in protective holders. Recent market values. Let's talk about the market. In recent years, some 1989 Lincoln pennies have sold for $300 to $2,000, depending on grade and errors. A high-grade MS 68 red example once sold for nearly $7,879.96 at auction. Yes, a single cent sold for nearly $8,000. The market for rare coins continues to grow, with collectors paying top dollar for the best examples. Where to sell or buy, you can find and sell these coins at reputable auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stax Bauer's online platforms like eBay, Etsy, and great collections local coin shops and coin shows. Always research your coin's value first, and never rush into a sale. Patience can bring a higher price. How to start collecting collecting coins isn't just a hobby, it's a journey through history. Start by checking your pocket change, your family's old jars, and even bank rolls. Keep notes, research every coin, and watch videos like this on coins to learn what to look for. Every coin tells a story, and who knows, the next rare find might be sitting right in your hand. Tips from experts. Collectors experts recommend focusing on condition and rarity over quantity. Documentation. Keep records of your finds and purchases. Knowledge. Study mint marks, die varieties, and coin grading. Over time, your understanding and your collection will grow, and so will its value. Closing and call to acto. And so there you have it, the story, the secrets, and the value behind the rare 1989 D Lincoln penny. From its humble beginnings in the Denver Mint to its potential worth in today's collector market, this tiny coin proves that treasure can hide in plain sight. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to like this video, subscribe to Coins, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new episode. Drop a comment below if you found any rare pennies or if you want me to cover another Lincoln cent variety in the next video. Remember, keep checking your change, because 1 cent could change your life. Thanks for watching Coins, where every coin has a story and every story has value. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating pennies ever struck, the 1997 D Lincoln penny. Don't underestimate this small copper coin. Some of these rare pieces have been sold for over $787,979.50. So sit back, hit that like, and subscribe, because you might be holding a treasure and not even know it yet. The story of the Lincoln PNNY. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909, to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, making it a true piece of American history. From 1909 to 1958, the penny had wheat ears on the reverse side, often called the wheat penny. From 1959 onward, it featured the Lincoln Memorial, marking a new era in U.S. coin design. The 1997 D version belongs to this second generation of Lincoln cents, and it hides some rare and valuable secrets. What does D stand for? The letter D below the year 1997 means that the coin was minted in Denver, Colorado. The Denver Mint is known for high-quality production, but sometimes, tiny errors slip through the presses, creating extremely rare and valuable variations, and those errors are what collectors dream of finding. The material and compositio in the 1997 Lincoln penny is made mostly of zinc coated with copper. Before 1982, pennies were made of 95% copper, but due to rising metal prices, the U.S. Mint switched to 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating. This change made later pennies lighter, but it also caused new types of minting errors, such as plating bubbles, off-center strikes, and die cracks. Some of these make the 1997 D penny extremely collectible. Rare minting errors. Collectors look for special error types like double die obverse Lincoln's face or the date looks doubled, wide AM or close AM reverse the spacing between the letters A and M in America. Center strikes. Part of the coin's design is missing, die cracks or cuts, raised lines or blobs of metal caused by a damaged die. If your 1997 D penny has one of these features, you might be holding a coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. How to identify a valuable PNNY. Grab a magnifying glass and check the date and the mint. Mark the edges for any unusual patterns, the letters in Liberty and In God We Trust. The reverse side, especially the Lincoln Memorial and 1 cent text, the tiniest difference could mean a massive payday. Coin grading and value. Coins are graded on a scale called MS, mint state, from MS 60 to MS 70. The higher the grade, the cleaner and sharper the coin looks. A 1997 D penny in average circulation is worth about 1 cent, but in MS 68 condition, it can sell for $1,000, $3,000. In rare cases, with unique mint errors or proof-like surfaces, These coins have sold for over $700,000 at major auctions. The record-breaking sales, you heard it right. One rare 1997 Lincoln penny, featuring a major double die obverse, was sold for a shocking $787,979.50 in a private collector sale. That single cent turned into a fortune, simply because of its rarity and flawless condition. Why collectors love this PNNY? Collectors love the 1997 penny because it sits at a crossroads of modern and classic minting eras. It's modern enough to be found in circulation, but old enough to carry historical charm. Every small imperfection or variation makes each penny one of a kind. And that's the beauty of coin collecting. How to store and protect your PNNY. If you find a 1997 penny in good condition, never clean it with chemicals. It can ruin its value. Use cotton gloves when handling it. Store it in a plastic coin holder or capsule. A clean, untarnished penny with visible mint marks can triple in value over time. How to sell your coin? Once you've identified a rare penny, you can get it graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC, sell it through eBay, heritage auctions, or great collections. Or even visit a local coin dealer for evaluation. Always check current market trends before selling, because prices change fast. Current market value. As of today, the current market value of a 1997 penny depends on its grade and rarity. Circulated 1 cent to $0.10, uncirculated $15 to $1.50, error coins $500 to $5,000, top tier rare double die examples up to $7.87, $9.79.50. That's why every coin collector should check every single penny before spending it. History and SYMBOLSM. The Lincoln penny isn't just money, it's a symbol of American history. It carries the face of Abraham Lincoln, a leader known for unity, justice, and freedom. Every time you look at that penny, you're holding a piece of the nation's story, one that connects past generations to the present. Tips for new coins. COLLECTORS. If you're new to collecting, always research before buying. Keep your collection organized by year and mint mark. Join online communities and coin forums. Watch more videos on coins for expert tips and real examples. Every big collector started with one coin. Maybe your lucky start is a 1997 Lincoln penny. Final MESSAGE. And there you have it, the complete story of the 1997 rare Lincoln penny, from its birth at the Denver Mint to its incredible auction record of $787, $979.50. If you love discovering hidden treasures in everyday life, then make sure to subscribe to the Coins channel right now. Drop a comment below if you found any rare pennies in your collection. Who knows, your coin could be the next $1 million find. Stay tuned for more exciting videos about rare coins, antique currency, and hidden treasures. This is Coins, signing off, reminding you, every coin tells a story, and every penny could be priceless. Today we are talking about one of the most surprising and exciting coins in modern U.S. history, the 1999 Lincoln penny. Many people don't realize that this small copper coin could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on its condition, mint mark, and rarity. So stay tuned, because in this full episode, we'll uncover the mystery, the history, and the market secrets behind the rare 1999 Lincoln penny. And by the end, you might just want to check your coin jar again. The origin of the Lincoln PNNY. The story of the Lincoln penny begins way back in 1909, when the United States Mint released the first coin featuring President Abraham Lincoln, in honor of his 100th birthday. It replaced the Indian head cent, and quickly became one of the most beloved coins in American history. Over the decades, the Lincoln penny saw several design changes, from wheat ears on the reverse to the Lincoln Memorial, and now to the Union Shield design. The 1999 ISSU. The 1999 Lincoln penny belongs to the Lincoln Memorial Reverse Series, which ran from 1959 to 2008. It was struck in 3 mints: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, D, and San Francisco, S, proof coins. At first glance, the 1999 penny may look like an ordinary coin, but collectors know that several rare varieties from this year exist, making it highly valuable in the numismatic market today. Metal composition. By 1999, the U.S. Mint had long switched from pure copper to a cheaper material. The 1999 penny is made of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper plating. However, due to minting errors or special strikes, a few 1999 pennies were struck on old copper planchets, and these are extremely rare and valuable today. The 1999 wide AM. One of the most famous and expensive varieties of this coin is the 1999 wide AM Lincoln cent. Normally, the letters A and M in the word America on the reverse are close together, but on this rare variety, they are clearly spaced apart, a design originally meant for proof coins that mistakenly ended up on regular business strikes. Collectors pay big money for these coins. How the error HAPPNED the wide AM error occurred because the mint accidentally used the wrong reverse die, the one intended for proof coins. In regular production at the Philadelphia Mint, this tiny mistake turned an everyday coin into a collectible treasure worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. How to identify the rare 1999 penny? Here's how you can spot it. Take any 1999 Lincoln penny, flip it over, and look at the word America. If the A and M are far apart, and you can see a clear space between them, congratulations, you may have a wide AM variety. Also, check the distance between the letters FG on the right side. In the wide AM version, the initials are closer to the Lincoln Memorial. Market value and price. RANG the value of the 1999 wide AM Lincoln penny depends on its condition and grading. A circulated one might sell for $100 to $300, while an uncirculated or mint state coin can reach $500, $2,000. In top conditions graded by PCGS or NGC, some examples have sold for over $7,000, and certain reports even mention sales near $7,879.794, which shows how much collectors are willing to pay for rarity and perfection. Other valuable varieties besides the wide AM, there are other interesting versions. The 1999 D Lincoln penny with a strong strike and perfect luster can also fetch high prices. Proof coins with the S mint mark are collectible in their own right, especially in deep cameo condition. Each of these coins adds its own story to the fascinating world of Lincoln cents. The history behind the DSIG and the Lincoln Memorial reverse was designed by Frank Gasparo, showing the grand monument of Lincoln seated inside. If you look closely, you can actually see a tiny figure of Lincoln inside the memorial, a detail many people miss. This design celebrated unity, democracy, and America's respect for one of its greatest presidents. Why collectors love this coin? Collectors love the 1999 Lincoln penny not just for its era varieties, but because it represents the final years of the 20th century, a turning point in history. It's a reminder of how even in the smallest objects, history and value can come together. Finding one of these coins feels like holding a piece of time and profit in your hand. Grading and AUTHNTCTON. If you think you have a rare 1999 penny, don't rush to sell it. First, have it graded by a professional service like PCGS, NGC, or ANAX. Grading authenticates your coin and can dramatically increase its market value. A coin graded MS67 or higher can be worth several times more than an ungraded example. Current market demand in 2025, the demand for error coins and rare pennies is at an all-time high. Collectors and investors from around the world are paying premium prices for well-preserved 1999 wide AM varieties. On eBay, heritage auctions, and major coin platforms, these coins frequently appear, and prices continue to climb. The current market shows strong interest, with top examples trading near $7,879.79 and rising. How to find these coins? You don't need to be a millionaire to start collecting. Check your spare change, old jars, or coin rolls from banks. Many lucky people have found valuable 1999 pennies just by looking closely. All you need is a magnifying glass, patience, and a bit of coin knowledge, and who knows, you might be the next person to discover a $1,000 penny in your pocket. Final words and call TOACTO. And so, the next time you see a 1999 Lincoln penny, take a good look. You might be holding something far rarer than you think. From the story of Abraham Lincoln to the 1999 wide AM error, this coin teaches us that small things can have big value. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video to help others discover the hidden treasure in their pockets. This is Coins, your channel for rare discoveries, collectors' history, and real money finds. Stay tuned for our next episode, where we reveal another coin that might be hiding right under your nose, and worth a fortune. Thanks for watching, and remember, every coin has a story.